What is up, everybody? With the end of 2020, probably one of the worst years for all of humanity. It was a pretty good year for me in my trading, I'll put it that way. So, I'm going to do a 2020 year-end review and everything I got out of this year. So, let's go ahead and start with the growth of my YouTube channel. It's been exponential. It's exploded, okay? So, my 500 subscriber special was April 14th, 2020. Okay, that's about not a full year away. That was what, 8 months ago? So, about a full year, I'd say I'd had about 300 or so subscribers. With the end of the year, I'm at 2,428 subscribers. That's huge. In fact, my 100 subscriber special, 100 subscribers, was July 16th, 2019. Think about that. This channel has grown exponentially. It just exploded for some reason or another. I have no fucking idea because I've had it for a lot longer than that. I think I started posting in 2018 or something of that nature. So it's definitely seen a lot of growth. So with the growth, I do have to say this. I've said it throughout my videos in the past. I kind of stopped saying it, but I gotta say this. I realize I gotta say this more and more because the channel's growing and everybody that comes here doesn't watch all of my videos. You guys don't. Some of you just watch a handful of my videos, and there's a lot more newer people coming in. Uh, that watch my channel that are brand fucking new to trading. Um, I'm not an educator, okay? I've noticed a lot of people that are coming think I'm an educator and mistaken me as an educator. I am not an educator. I repeat, I am not an educator. I'm not an educator. I am not a fucking educator. I'm not. This channel isn't necessarily to teach. Yes, you can learn things, right? You can learn things, but that was never the intention of this channel. I think if you really want to know a lot about me, watch this 100 subscriber special. Like, seriously, you will know a lot about where I was up to that point in time. Okay? Watch that shit. It'll give you so much information. I'm not an educator. This YouTube channel was started for one guy, and it was also started for the purpose of privately recording my trading sessions so I could review them. Okay? And all I do is share my trades and explain to you guys why they make sense and why they were good trades, what I was looking for. And then I also share processes that have helped me, like the Zen series, where I talk about awareness, meditation, and all that boring shit most of you don't care about. We'll get more into that later. So, yes, that's it. I'm not, and I don't charge for shit. I don't sell shit. So, not an educator. Some people are coming to me trying to hold me to this high level of standards, and they expect me to provide all this credibility and are skeptical of me as an educator because I'm not an educator. I'm not here. I'm not selling you shit. I'm not nothing, okay? And I'm not telling you this is how you should trade, okay? I'm just merely sharing my experiences. This is an experienced oriented YouTube channel. That's right, where you get to see how Fat Cat progresses. That's right. If you watch these fucking videos in what is that word? Chronological order, you will see my growth. You will see my growth. And a lot of what I do or say in some of these older videos, I don't do anymore. Things change, things evolve. I put in hundreds of hours per year into trading. So naturally, you get better when you do things like that, right? So this has been one hell of a year, boys. And I actually have COVID. I just got over that. So I fucking caught that right on the tail end of the year. That shit kind of sucked. But it wasn't too bad for me. I could see how it could really fuck up other parts of the population. So, that's Just want to put that out there. Not an educator, okay? I've had to turn people away, and I do have a free chat room. Link in the description if you want to join that chat room. I'm not teaching in there, okay? What? Let's go ahead and just get into the next fucking thing, okay? 1 full year of trading community. 1 full year of trading community. So January 2020, I put together a trading community because I was consuming, and I still do, a lot of SMB Capital's videos. They have some of the best information on growing as a trader. Not like trading setups and strategies. Yes, they do offer things like that, mostly for equities. I am a futures trader. Um, but a lot of things they offer and share, whether it's dealing with emotions, psychological issues, playbooking, just things that their successful traders do, is so very beneficial. And one thing they talked about was the trading community. So I put one together based off what S&B Capital recommends because I'm a fucking fanboy. If you watch the 1,000 subscriber special, you've probably seen the picture of Mike Bellafury on my wall. I look like a teenage girl with my idol on the wall. Okay? So 1 full year of a trading community, holy shit, that has been the most beneficial thing ever. That right there is so necessary to your growth. Now, when I first started it, I had no fucking idea what I was doing, how to do it properly. I don't really think there's a proper way to do it. I kind of have a formula for it. And you're also, throughout the life of this channel, you're going to hear interviews with some of my core traders. I have 2 trading rooms. There's a free one. Anybody can join. It is simply a place for people to network with other traders who are doing somewhat similar things. Order flow traders who trade the ES, okay? Now, there are people that go in there that have never watched any of my YouTube videos, who have no fucking idea what I'm doing or what that chat is all about. You know, they have no fucking clue. They're totally missing the boat. So just realize people like that are coming in to this chat room, but that's okay. It's whatever. It's a place for everybody to get together and just talk trading. That's simply what it is. It is not me educating and teaching. Now, for those of you who actually get value from my channel and appreciate what I'm doing, this is who I do it for. Okay? Again, not selling shit. Free trading room, free content. And again, I told you what it is. It's not me telling you this is how you do it. This is what I do. This is why it made sense. I have the gift of being able to explain shit clearly or clear enough for you guys to understand. Okay? And what I look at and do is radically different than what you're going to see anywhere else on YouTube. And if you can get something from it that can help your trading, that's fucking awesome. Okay? And my YouTube platform is simply something that generates, it's simply a marketing funnel in the sense that it helps me find like minded traders who I want to fucking hang out with. Essentially, that's it. That's all it is. Is like I like talking to other traders. I fucking enjoy it. I'm passionate about trading. Um, that's why my fucking videos are so fucking long, because I'm passionate about it, baby. Passionate about that shit. I enjoy just fucking talking shop, and I'm gonna overload you guys with information, because that's what I fucking do. So yeah, it's just a way for me to find other like-minded guys, because that's what I want to surround myself around, right? You are who you become who you hang out with, right? So if you hang out with fucking losers, what are you gonna become? A loser, right? If you hang out with a bunch of car mechanics, you're gonna learn something about fixing cars, right? So I want to hang out with other traders, okay? And that's simply what the YouTube platform is now doing, is generating guys. Will I ever become an educator or sell something? Probably down the line, right? I've worked on a Udemy course. I fucking stopped because it was just too much fucking work. I don't have the time for that shit. I rather work on my own trading. Okay, so that's my trading community is simply a place for people to gather, at least a free one. Now, there is a more private one that you have to be invited to get into, and that's more hardcore. Every guy that's in there definitely understands how important it is and how beneficial trading community has been to their trading. I've seen guys grow substantially over the course of many, many months, some even almost a full fucking year. I've seen grow and change. And just watching other traders grow and develop is freaking awesome. It is so cool to see, to watch other guys change. And accountability. Um, Getting accountability through a trading community is so huge and beneficial to your growth. So, also providing accountability is huge as well. If you're providing accountability for other people, you're reinforcing things that you should be doing as well. And everybody growing together kind of well, it does. Everybody growing together supercharges your growth. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to community, in my opinion. There's a way to get a lot more out of it than simply being in there and being an observer. Participating, for one, is how you're gonna get a lot more from community. If you're just sitting around surfing and viewing passively, you're not gonna get shit from it. Um, Once you start participating, sharing, helping, you're gonna get a lot more. You're gonna get a lot more. And here's another thing, right? Um, Again, I'm not an educator. I'm not some fucking awesome badass trader who's just fucking crushing it all the fucking time. Do I have periods where I crush it? Absolutely. Do I hit trading slumps? You bet your fucking ass off. I do. So, I'm not fucking killing it all the time. That's the truth of the matter. I'm not fucking killing it all the time. So, that's all right. Even though I'm not killing it all the time, I still share shit with you guys that helps some traders out there, right? And by me saying this, some people think that traders need to have some sort of credibility. They need to be crushing it. They need to be making an X amount of dollars before they're qualified enough to teach. And that's simply not true, okay? Dr. Brett Steenbarger talks about this all the time within medical school. When students are going through medical school, every student becomes a teacher at some point and shares and helps the newer students while they're still learning themselves. Same thing applies in trading. Dr. Brett Steenbarger matches this. That guy is freaking awesome. He gives so much to the trading community, by the way. He's got a YouTube channel, the 3 Minute Trading Coach, and the Trader Feed blog is awesome as well. I've gotten so much from him this year. And what I'm trying to say is I've learned a lot from new traders within the community. Brand new traders have given me a lot that has for instance, I have a trader in there who pointed me in a direction that when I further discovered uh, this trading technique, this style, it changed my trading substantially. It was a pivotal moment in my trading career, and I think this is back in May. Um, because for the longest time I would trade momentum on market orders. That would be my style of trading. I never really used limit orders. I did, but not as heavily as I do now. I prefer limit orders more now, and I learned the importance of limit orders and just how to position myself in the trades a lot better and manage a lot better based off this trading style. Now, while I don't do this trading style, it has helped my style. And it was from a new guy who just brand new, right? He pointed me in a direction to where my trading changed for the better. Okay, so for those of you who are experienced that are getting in the trading rooms, you can learn from new guys. You should learn from new guys. A trading community is a think tank, and it's full of knowledge. And you don't need heavy hitters. While that's nice, the odds of you to find some heavy hitters that's just going to share with you freely and not charge you an arm and a leg, or hopefully he's not some sort of scammer, it's going to be pretty difficult to find, right? You guys can all learn together being newer traders, sharing what you find, helping each other develop each other's systems, and forming trading teams. Okay, trading teams is huge. That's a whole nother fucking discussion. But I gotta say, being part of a trading community is awesome. It allows you to unload as well and talk about what may have happened in the market. And it's so important that you're in a trading community that is full of traders who trade what you trade and who trade similar style to the way you trade. Okay, because if you're in just a very broad general trading community, you're not going to get as much from it as something more specialized and niche. And then after some time, you will build bonds with these guys, friendships and brotherhoods. And that's what I've developed. I've made friends this year. I finally have fucking friends. It's amazing. Just, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so yes, making friends in the trading community, it's awesome. I feel like I'm gonna cry. So let's move on to the next thing. 1 full year of consistently trading. Let's talk about this for a second. So in 2019, March of 2019, okay, March 2019, I decided to pick up trading and not put it down. Okay, I would be on and off with trading to where I'd not do it for a month or two or whatever, or stop for a little bit, pick it up for a little bit, stop for. That's when I finally decided I'm gonna pick this shit up and just push through every fucking day. Let's see what my progress actually looks like. So while 2019 was not a full year of consistently trading every day, that's when I started. So it was almost a full year. 2020 was a full year where I traded damn near every session. Okay. So I put in more hours this year into trading than all the other years. Okay. So for me, that's a huge fucking achievement to just kind of hit that full year mark. So it's come March, it'll be 2 years. March 2021, it'll be 2 years of not putting it down. Okay. So the growth in 2020 has been substantial. And that's what we're going to talk about. So let's just keep moving on here. Well, first things first, meditation. I have something called the Zen series. Not enough of you guys watch it because most of you don't give a fuck about meditation or emotions or psychological issues because a lot of you might be new and you just want to know how to make money, how to take trades. And here's a news flash. For the guys that are in my private trading room that I trade with every single day, and especially the guys that are in voice chat, know exactly how I trade. Pretty much to the point. Now, they cannot trade exactly like me. They cannot trade nobody trades exactly like me. Okay, there's guys that trade pretty close. But what I'm trying to say is everybody is unique and different, and when you're looking at trading systems, this is how you should do it. Realize that you're not going to trade like that. For instance, there's somebody on Twitter named Verneman. He has a private Twitter as well. Fantastic fucking ES trader. This guy is so fucking good. It makes me want to vomit. Um, a lot of my style is based off him, but I do not trade exactly like him at all. It has my own style of scalping kind of put into it. But anyways, I want to talk about meditation. I would This is hands down the holy fucking grail to dealing with your emotions in trading. This makes you money. Meditation will make you money. Well, it doesn't make you money. It helps you lose less money. It can help you make money too. But whatever you can do to whittle off all the bullshit in your P&L, because if you're losing all the time, if you can just lose less, that's good. the less you can lose, the closer you get to break even, the better, right? And then eventually you can start to make money. Okay? This is the holy fucking grail. And a lot of you don't fucking get it. A lot of you don't get it. So let me try to explain something here. I suffer being a reactive trader. I think anybody that gets into scalping has that reaction to it. That's me, right? So reactive as hell. Really bad. Okay? Like, and the problem was my emotions would get in the way and it would fuck the days up. Um, Beneath that, I'm a really good fucking trader, and I know this. And I know that if I can just get rid of certain bad habits, my trading will be substantially better. Um, really, it will. So, for instance, being reactive, okay? What causes what one thing you need to do is really learn how to self-diagnose yourself. Okay, that's huge. So, let me talk about my 2020 New Year's resolution. There's actually a video on that if you want to go back in time. SMB at the time had a trading challenge, okay? And this relates to meditation, by the way. SMB had a trading challenge for futures traders. If you could do it was kind of like a combine. You had to make so much, could only lose so much per day and all that shit. So if you met I think you had to just make 5 grand or some shit like that. If you met 5 grand, you would get hired onto the desk. Okay, that doesn't exist anymore. They did away with that. The whole futures department, I think, fell apart. Their head guy left and started doing his own thing. So that doesn't exist anymore. But at the time it did, and I'm like, man, I really want to work for these guys. So it was my New Year's resolution to get into SMB. Okay, totally failed that one. So when I did this trading challenge, I did it January and February. I practiced. I could make the $5,000. Right. I did it 2 times on demo over the course of 2 months. So I was able to do that. I was able to, I did a test run. So I'm like, okay, in March, I'm going to do this challenge. Jesus fucking Christ. I fucked up because March is when the markets turn into a shit show and they just melted down. I decided to do it anyways, and the slippage I experienced was unbelievable. My stop of 5 ticks would get blown through, and I would take on a 10 tick loser. And at the time, I was only using market orders. So as I would rest them in the market, they would slip so badly, 8, 10 ticks at times, that it's like, fuck, I wanted to just scalp that move and take a profit where it's getting me in because it slipped me that much. I can't do this. This is too hard. And apparently, Rhythmic was experiencing issues with demos at that time. I don't know. But it was unrealistic because I took some live trades at the same time and I ran 2 depth of markets side by side and placed 2 identical trades in the market at exactly the same time on the Rhythmic demo and my live account. And my live account was not slipping anywhere near as badly as Rhythmic. So I reached out to SMB. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. Right now, this is the market conditions are too crazy. So I decided to let the markets calm down. The thing is, they changed forever. If you watch my older videos post March 2020, the market was substantially thicker. Now it's perma-thin. It changed. It changed forever. 2020 has been a wild ride in this market shifting a lot. And man, that's one hell of a learning lesson, a good learning lesson, okay? Despite all the struggles and all that shit, you know what? I gained a lot from that. Experience is what you get when you didn't get what you wanted, and it was worth it because now I know what to do the next time the markets melt down, okay? But so I decided to let the markets calm down. I'm like, you know what? I'll try this challenge again, and then they fucking got rid of it. When I was ready. Also, I really wasn't even ready at the time. I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking back at where I am, Where I am now in my trading to where I was at that time, I just wasn't ready for it, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of what I was doing at the time did work a lot better then than it does now. My tradings definitely had to fucking shift with these markets, because things that used to work stop fucking working, and it's so cliche to say that, but it's fucking true. That's for sure. There's a lot of little techniques that I used to use that just simply don't work in today's markets, or at least with the way the ES is now. So that's a real hard one to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow right there. So they got rid of the fucking challenge. I'm like, ah, shit, what happened? So I decided to apply. I applied twice. One for new and developing trader, and another one for experienced equities trader. Even though I'm not an equities trader, I didn't get in both times. So I didn't meet my 2020 New Year's resolution of getting into S&B. It's all right. 2021 is not going to. That's not my resolution. Is not to get into S&B. I'm gonna still try to go for prop, but that's not my biggest goal. We'll get to that in a minute. So I want to talk about meditation. When I took that trading challenge, they forced us to journal, and that was my first exposure to journaling. That shit was powerful. Okay. That shit was powerful because I started to learn a lot about myself throughout the journaling process. Um, I know that's like the most boring thing that a lot of traders, that's the one thing traders don't give a fuck about. That's for sure. Meditation is one thing. Most traders don't care about meditation, but a lot of guys are interested in all that. But journaling, nobody gives a fuck about journaling, right? Um, you're not going to become a better trader without doing it. That's the reality of it. Because when you do that, you get to self diagnose what the fuck's going on with you. You get to see these patterns within yourself that causes self-sabotage to your trading. And being very reactive was a problem. Anger issues was an issue. Um, and meditation helped. I used the Headspace app. I should definitely contact them for like sponsorship or something. But I'm not sponsored by them, god damn it. Um, that app is it's worth it. $60 for the year, I think. Guided meditations. I did the anger pack and I've messed with meditation, but I really didn't get it. Okay? Meditation is much like working out. You're exercising, right? You're building your muscles. You have to continue to do it to get the real benefits of it, okay? Whether it's anger or focus, patience, all of that shit. Um, there's there's specific guided meditations on whatever it is you're looking for. Are you sad and depressed? They have shit on that. Are you not a happy person? They have shit on that. That working on these little things can help will help your trading. Okay, so I know that like being reactive was stemmed from anger, and also not being patient. Okay, so I pinpointed anger. That was something I had to work on in my training. This is going full fucking tilt and being an idiot, right? So what I learned, because I've done a lot of these meditation packs, is meditation is simply it's not you're not going to force these emotions away in trading. Okay, you're not going to be this guy who has no emotions in your trading. As nice as that would be, you're a human, and the reality of it is there's going to be emotions. Okay, so what it does is it allows you to become aware of these emotions, and that's it. But here's the beauty: you don't force the emotions away. When you become aware of emotions, for some reason they just subdue themselves a lot quicker. They disappear a lot quicker. Think about this: when you do something and you go on tilt and trading and you fucking have a shitty day because you got pissed, you're not going to stay pissed forever, whether you meditate or not. Correct? Correct. You're eventually going to go back to a state of mind where you're neutral. So once you're neutral, that's when you tend to perform better. Okay? I think humans spend most of their time in a neutral state of mind. Um, that's where you need to be in your trading. Okay. The thing about it is when you're getting pissed and going on tilt, you're not aware of this happening until it's too late. And then when it's too late, you're stuck in that emotion a lot longer. What meditation does, it allows you to develop the skill of becoming aware sooner. So when these things start to surface, you become aware. In fact, you can be aware before these emotions even happen. Maybe your heart rate increases, and that is the first thing that sets you off into becoming angry because you do something based off of a heightened heart rate. So my heart rate's increasing. I'm aware of this. Now that I'm aware of this, I can practice meditation breathing. I can do a 10 count backwards where I count my breaths and I go 10 on an inhale, 9 on an exhale, and I count all the way down to 1. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay? And doing just that is enough to reset my state of mind to neutral very quickly. That's the point of meditation. You have to do it, but you don't have to do it. uh, it does help when you're new, you're not going to really get the full benefits of it. You have to continue to do it. It's best to take breaks throughout the trading session to meditate, but after a while what I notice is I'm able to take a 1 minute, just look away for a minute and become aware, practice a simple breathing technique, and then I'm good again. I am good again. And then I can resume to trading well. So maybe if I get stopped out on a trade, that would piss me off, right? I would feel that emotion rising, that hot, steamy feeling in my chest. Well, instead of letting that get to me, I'm like, I am aware that I am getting pissed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my anger meditation breathing where I focus on just exhaling because you focus on different little things in each of these meditations. And then I just do 10 count of breathing exercises and I see if I'm good again. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. And it just is crazy because you're able to stay even keeled longer throughout the day. And that's enough to get rid of a lot of reactive, shitty, bad habit trading. That is just pure emotional fueled. And all of you are going through these emotional roller coaster rides within your trading. Okay? There's other processes to prevent that shit from happening, not just meditation. Meditation is merely a component, but it is the holy grail to all your emotional issues. It's all pros, no cons, and your quality of life outside of trading will improve, okay? So like I fucking get it now. Like I get it. And most people are like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, well, do you want to become a better trader? Would you like to fucking improve a lot sooner and quicker? You're gonna have to do a lot of shit you don't want to fucking do in trading. And I think most traders fail because they're fucking lazy. I think the high failure rate is from lazy people who don't put in processes and do shit just outside of trading. If you trade and that's all you do throughout the day, you're not gonna experience the growth Fat Cat did of 2020. Let's get to the next thing. Finding my trading identity. I had no real fucking setups. Okay. Working with a lot of traders, it is amazing. Like, I see common trends and patterns within traders. Just like you see patterns and trends within markets, I see the same thing within traders. A lot of you guys, most of you, probably all of you, do not know what the fuck is working within your trading. You don't know when you do something good. You kind of do, but you don't know why it was so good. And you don't really know what you need to do to make things work. Okay, maybe you're doing something really good, but you just don't even think about it, and then you stop doing that because you're trying to pursue some other system to help your trading, and you're constantly chasing the fucking dragon, and your trading just never improves because you don't know what works and what doesn't for you. You don't know what your trading identity is. Okay. Um, because there's so much good you do in your trading, all of you, most of you. I mean, if you're brand fucking new, you got a big learning curve. But most of you who've been doing this for a while, you have a lot of good in your trading. The thing is, you need to figure out what the fuck that is and get rid of the shit that doesn't work. And meditation's a good way to peel away bullshit. Okay? Your job is, it's like a fucking onion, is to peel away the layers of bullshit and then look in there, and you're a fucking investigator essentially. That's what you are. You look in there, oh, this is what I do well, do more of that. And that is when you're going to experience really good trading. Okay? Trading is literally a fog of war. Okay? You don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of you don't know what's going on. If this is your first time learning about order flow, you're like, "What? Candles move on numbers? What the fuck is that?" That you didn't know. That's the fog of war. You didn't really know how markets worked. Once you get order flow, even just the basic concept, because it's so much more, you'll you'll realize how much you didn't realize. A lot of you that get into trading don't know that you don't know. You just have this incompetence. You just have no fucking clue that you have no fucking clue what's really going on. And this shit's hard. So finding your trading identity is huge. I've never really had setups until this year. Like straight up setups I could find every day and repeat almost every day. Okay? I mean, I had setups post COVID, but that shit stopped working. They weren't really that solid of setups anyways. Okay? Now, I spent a lot more time this year learning about auction market theory, and goes back to that Vertiman guy on Twitter, huge auction market theory guy. All of my trades, even my scalps, are based off auction market theory. In my opinion, if you're looking for a trading system, a lot of you think you know what auction market theory is. You don't know what it is from my perspective, okay? I have my own twist, my own spin with it. I use a lot of the basics to have laid down a foundation, but you guys just don't know what it is from my perspective. Okay, there's a lot of things I do not share on this channel. My edges, my specific strategies. This is shit I'm not going to share with you guys openly. Okay, there's certain things I'm just not going to give everything away that I've worked years on. Okay, this is not going to happen. So auction market theory, in my opinion, is a fucking solid system for me. For me. And all of my. I used to scalp pure order flow, and while that is possible, over the year, I've started to see bigger setups. This year, I've taken more larger trades than I've ever taken, period. And these large trades were high probability setups that I knew had all of this fucking potential to run 40, 50, 60 ticks sometimes. The old fat cat only took these scalps. It's crazy because once you are able to see past these small micro trades and really see big setups that work, that's a fucking game changer. And it's all based off auction market theory, whether it's small scalps to bigger position trades. Now, I put away a lot of the micro scalping. I don't like doing that. It's too much work, and the risk to reward at times is just not that good. And the market has to have a specific amount of volume and volatility for straight scalping to work. But when I scalp, these are all scalping setups. It's not purely order flow driven. Sometimes it is because the order flow is undeniable at that time, but that takes a lot of skill to understand how to hit those specific types of trades. Like what you got to realize is I've spent 3 years watching the depth of market um, in just the ES. So fighting my trading identity, auction market theory, is fucking huge. Fucking huge. Okay? Um, One thing I want to say is if you look at what I started using was composite profiles this year. Um, and they work so good. I used to just use a daily profile, but what I notice, especially through Verneman, is he uses composites, and these profiles, specific points of controls and low nodes still hold true even many days or weeks after the trade has already happened. So looking at a composite is like doing a daily candlestick time frame analysis. All it is doing multiple time frame analysis. And then I started looking at footprints a little more recent, a little more in depth, and I set the volume bars up to look like a volume profile, not to where it's split like a lot of other guys did. So when I look at a 5 minute footprint, a 60-minute footprint, they all turn into bell curves. Um, when you look at composites, there's bell curves. When you look at just the daily profile, you'll see bell curves. When you zoom in on these bell curves, you see bell curves within bell curves within bell curves. So price action isn't as random as you think, okay? It is not as random as you think. I have an auction market theory video that's a lot older, but I talk about this. And I've expanded on that a lot deeper. And holy shit, auction market theory is my system. Okay, I fucking love it. It works for me. I get it. I fucking get it. But I get it on a level you guys. There's no information out there on this. I've taken a lot of my trading techniques and implemented it into auction market theory. But that I found my identity. Okay, I'm not. Oh, I just dropped something. I'm not a pure scalper. I've come to terms with that. Again, that skill is very valuable. Um, However, I'm not that good of a home run trader either. So I suffered an identity crisis throughout the year to where I had a famous saying in the trading room. It's called, had I scalp, I would be doing just fine. Like somebody would be like, how'd you do today, fat cat? And I say, well, had I just scalped, I'd be doing just fine. So there'd be a point in time where I would be trying to force home run trades, but they just weren't there. They were just solid scalps. And instead of scalping them, I would let them come back on top of me. And eventually that would set me off on the tilt, and then I would fuck the day up. So, yeah. So when there's a home run trade, it has to be undeniable. It has to have multiple factors of support. There's got to be the stars in the universe needs to align on those. Okay, and they just simply don't happen for me every fucking day. Now, when it comes to scalping, if I'm just focused on scalping, I I don't realize market conditions are shifting, and then I could start scalping low volatility, low volume, and that's just I don't do good in low volume, low volatility. I simply do not do good in those conditions. And I'll start to take a fuckload of break evens, small wins, and then I something might happen where I just I'm picking up peanuts and not getting shit, and I'm over trading at that point. My scalping, my style of trading best exists between raw scalping and home runs. There's this sweet middle spot where I have these good point to point trades. They're not pure scalping. Sometimes they can be pure scalping, to where I pick up a few ticks, but that was never the intentions behind it. I'm looking for these bigger moves that aren't that big, if that makes sense. And there's no average, well, how many ticks are you looking for? I don't know. Whatever the market gives me, because I listen to the order flow. Whatever the market gives me, it's not that I'm trying to force some sort of trade. Okay. So I found my trading identity. One thing I didn't write is the importance of time and sales. Let's move into that. I have not wrote the importance of time and sales. This is the first full year where I added time and sales to the depth of market. I have a good video on that. I run 3 time and sales, and then I added price squawk to the time and sales, And basically, you can hear the order flow come in on the time and sales. You can hear sellers on the left ear, buyers on the right ear. If you're wearing headphones, and holy shit, Price Squawk is so fucking useful. Adding hearing to your trading is just so powerful. Sound, because trading isn't just a visual thing. You can add sound and use your other senses, and just listening to the order flow has been such a game changer for me. So is time and sales tape. Tape is the missing link to the depth of market. It's so powerful, and a lot of people don't read time and sales right. They think I'll have to do a whole nother video on it a little more in depth. But time and sales tells you a story. I mean, I talk about these in other videos, various videos. If you watch a lot of my videos, you could probably patch that shit together and really see where I'm coming from. In fact, I know you can. So time and sales has been huge. This is the first full year of adding time and sales to my trading, and also I had ran Price Squawk on it. That's been very huge, very huge. It's because it shows you traders and their various sizes they're putting into the market, and time and sales is how you can keep track of large traders, and it just makes the trading more precise and pristine, and it just being able to properly read time and sales helps you understand if this is going to be a breakout or not. And it just makes things a lot easier. Now, it's not the holy grail. It's much like the depth of market and order flow. It takes time and skill to learn how to read that shit. Okay? Meditation's the holy grail. Anyways, creating processes. So I talked about journaling. So this year, every other year, I've not had any processes other than the good habit of reviewing the trading session. Like I've done that for 3 fucking years, okay? So I think that alone, if you're gonna do something, reviewing your trades, which a lot of you fucking don't do that, fucking do it. You lazy pieces of shits. Do it. Okay? Why am I not improving? Because you don't do nothing outside of trading. Just that's all I did was review my trades. But outside of that, I had no processes until this year. And I learned that through the journaling and how important that is. Not only did I journal, Dear Diary, my trading sucked today because I got angry. The journaling is powerful because it allows you to see patterns within yourself to where you can create specific solutions to fix your fucking issues. I also created a cognitive journal, which I think episode 1 in my Zen series talks about that. That's fucking powerful. So I have 2 journals. I ran loop timers this year to where I had to check in every 15 minutes or something of that nature. Playbooking. Holy shit, this is the most essential thing you can fucking do. Playbooking is so freaking essential. This is essential. Mike Bellafuria of S&B Capital wrote a book on playbooking called The Playbook. Read the shit if you don't know what it is. I have a series on playbooking. It's very long, but if you want to see how I do it, go through it, man. I show you how to do it when you don't have setups, okay? I mean, shit, I have so much content on this channel that if you just do some of this shit, you will improve, okay? And these are things you're in control of, okay? Because here's the thing with trading, you're not in control of shit with the markets. Okay, this is the one job where you're just not in control of the outcome when it comes to actually trying to make money. And it doesn't matter how smart or stupid you are, you're not in control of the markets. They're going to do whatever the fuck it wants to do. Your job is just to be a really good money manager and just be in control of risk, okay? And if you can do that, you're going to do pretty good. But there's so many things outside of trading that you're in control of. Meditation, you're in control of that, okay? Journaling, you're in control of that. Playbooking, your best setups to see what you do good at, you're in control of that. Stat tracking, you're in control of that shit. Your job is to figure out where you perform the best within this big random game of gambling. That's your job. That's your fucking job. And some people just don't do that. A lot of you don't do that. When you're able to playbook, when you playbook, you're seeing your best setups, you're reverse engineering your best setups so you can take that best setup again. Look, I'm telling you, if you're not playbooking, you're going to leave your best setup on the table so many times and not even realize it. Once you reverse engineer these things, you can figure out how to make the entries better, how to make the exits better, and how to scale up more size. And this is where you're going to make real fucking money. My best trades are my playbook, are my big playbook trades. Okay? And I run a separate trading account where I take just playbook trades, and that's it. Like big playbook trades, not these playbook scalp trades, but like these bigger holds. And there is literally one playbook trade I have in it. That's it. It's one trade. I know that works. I've had it for almost a full year now, but I finally started to develop it and trade only that in a separate account. And that account is consistently profitable. Now, do I make buku monies off of it? No, fuck no, not yet. But that one account is consistently profitable when this setup happens. It doesn't happen every fucking day, but it happens multiple times a week. And if I just am able to scale up on it, then I can start to make some real fucking money. Okay? I'm telling you. And if you can do that, run a separate account, you'll be amazed. Okay? Let's get into stat tracking. Stat tracking is fucking important. P&L is not stat tracking. Okay? I've got to poop, so I need to run through this shit. Um, anyways, sorry about that. Stat tracking. P&L is not stack tracking. MAE and MFE is stack tracking, okay? That's how many ticks the trade went against you, how many ticks the trade went in your favor. That is stat tracking. That's a good stat tracking. That's a stat I've tracked for well over the year now. I've tracked those stats back in 2019, I think 2018 as well. So MAE and MFE is good, but that's not the only stats you need to be tracking, okay? One thing I do is daily report cards, and I've done daily report cards wrong. For the longest time, I thought daily report cards were like daily goals. No. Daily report cards, according to S&B Capital, is grading your trading. So what I do, and I use Journal Ticks, which is with Jigsaw, because you need a stat tracking software, It's a journaling software as well, and it's somewhere I can playbook. I can do everything I need to do. Because think about this: you are the business. You are a business, and if you don't know how well the business is performing, then how the fuck can you get better as a trader? It's like if I run a convenience store, what do I sell more of, Pringles or Doritos? Well, if I'm not selling very many Pringles, I might as well just stop selling them and sell more Doritos. How will I know this? How will I really know what does better without tracking stats? Okay, you are the business. You're the human business. You are an asset. You make money, so you need to track stats on yourself. Okay, it's no different than running any other business. So one thing I like to do is I have a creative way to hashtag my trades, and Journal Ticks allows me to keep stats on all these hashtags, which allows me to further diagnose my trading. My One of my playbook videos has these hashtag pairs, which I've changed since then. I've simplified it. But what I'm trying to say is I grade. I look at four things currently. I look at my trades. Am I taking trades that have historic edge? Yes or no? Okay. And then I hashtag them. And then a pie chart spits out and tells me how well I've done this or that, or how many of these yes trades I took versus no trades as far as trades with historic edge go. Okay. And then I grade myself on that. So I basically go to a win-loss calculator and I put in Oh, okay, I took 6 winning trades today and 16 losing, or not, I'm sorry. I took 6 trades that had historic edge today versus 16 trades that don't have historic edge. They were just kind of on the whim trades. And then I put in win loss, and 6 of those trades are yeses. 16 of those are no's, so I would consider those losses. And I'm just using a calculator, and it spits out a grade for me, 33% or something like that. So for the day, I got a 33, so I failed. I took more trades that had no historic edge versus trades that actually work well. And and then I start to diagnose those trades further. How well did I do on the entries of these trades? I grade myself on those. How well did I do on the exits of these trades? I grade myself on those. So I'm grading entries, exits, and the quality of the trade. And what I notice is trying to outperform that grade every day. Okay, well, I want to score. I mean, people don't like to fail, right? I don't like to fail. You don't like to fail. So, grading your trading is a way to push yourself to do better. Okay. And those are stats you want to be more focused on, not P&L. Because if you can focus on those stats, your P&L will improve. Okay. There's too many broad factors that go into P&L. But if I'm taking trades every day that have historic edge and I try to score a perfect 100 on those, I will have a good day. Statistically, I know this because I keep track of my stats. If I can make sure the quality of entry is close to 100%, then I'll be able to manage those trades better. So that will contribute to a green day. And if I'm taking really solid exits on these trades and I try to keep that close to 100%, taking the best exits on them, then I'll have a really good fucking day. Okay? And what I want to do is I'm just tracking these 3 stats and I'm trying to keep them all perfect every day. And if you can do that, if you just focus on those stats, your P&L will improve. Okay? Your P&L will improve. And that's my thing is I grade my trading every day and this is more recent actually within the last month or two and it's helped substantially. Okay? And then I also tag every trade in the sense that I keep track of the volatility of the market and I perform the best in medium volatility. Certain setups don't work in low volatility and certain setups don't work in high volatility. So this allows me to keep track of the volatility and when I should actually start to trade, which goes to the next point, understanding shifting conditions. Okay, the markets shift all the fucking time, and my most recent video behind this one called The Sweet Spot talks about this shit. Go watch that. The market shifts so much. It is so hard. It is so fucking hard to be able to just how can I put this? It is so hard to be able to just adapt with it. Okay, you don't know. The problem is trading is so complex. You don't realize that these damn markets are fucking shifting all the time from high volatility, low volatility, high volume, low volume, and it's just always shifting. And certain things you do don't work when the market shifts. Okay, there's a point in time where you got to be like, ooh, the market's shifting. I better stop trading and just wait until it shifts into my conditions where I thrive. Okay, that's the importance of stat tracking. It goes into understanding where you perform best when the market conditions shift, but it's so fucking hard. There's no shortcut to really understanding shifting conditions. A shitload of screen time right here. This is where experience really comes in. A shitload of screen time. This is so hard. I think shifting conditions is one of the hardest things to deal with in trading. Okay? And much like meditation, you need to develop the skill of becoming aware of, how I talked about becoming aware of your emotions. You need to become aware of when these conditions shift because if you're oblivious to it, you're going to start to fuck up. Because I noticed for a long time that I did really good the first 30 minutes of the trading session, and then all of a sudden I'd start to give everything back. Why? Because the conditions shift after the first 30 minutes and volume slows down, as well as volatility. And I'm no longer in my sweet spot. No longer in the sweet spot. Again, go watch this fucking video, The Sweet Spot. I talk a lot about that. So I've learned this year I've become a lot more aware of the conditions shifting and being able to identify that when I should just stop trading. Knowing when not to trade is just as important to know when to trade. Okay? And all of this shit together makes a massive difference. Okay, so we're going to get in the 2021 goals. So before we do that, let's wrap up 2020. Um, this year I've become more well-rounded everywhere. I've improved in every little thing you could pretty much possibly improve in. Okay? I've improved, so I'm just a lot more well-rounded this year. What I've gained out of this year has been I've gotten more out of this year than all the other years combined. Let's put it that way. This year has been fucking huge for my trading. And in reality, I'm a break-even fucking trader. Okay? I'm a break-even trader. Okay? Because I would go on these 2-month win streaks where I would do just fine, then the fucking markets shift, and then I would hit these fucked up slumps for a month. Sometime there was one point where I had a 2-month slump. Okay? And when I would hit these slumps, they would be fucking bad. To the point I'm giving away 2 months of profits in 1 month at times. Because these slumps would be fucking horrific. And obviously, working on my emotions throughout the slumps is really key to minimizing how bad these slumps can be. So, and we've just experienced so many shifts in conditions this fucking year. It's unbelievable compared to what it used to be. Just so many shifts. And that would just throw me off and kill me. But I am thankful for it. Everything that I've learned in 2020 and gained, I'm so thankful for. Because I don't plan to be a break-even trader. I think becoming a break-even trader is fucking hard. It's hard enough to become a break-even fucking trader. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Okay, there's my credentials for those of you who are like, well, are you qualified to teach? I don't know. Are you gaining value from anything I share with you? Because if not, then no, I'm not the guy for you. But if you are gaining value and something I share is helping you, things I share are helping you, then awesome. I guess I am qualified to teach at that point. Whatever it is. So if you are basing, again, if you're basing what I do off of my profits, well, then I'm not the guy for you if that's your main focus, money. But there's going to be a point in your trading career where you're going to be seeking all this shit, like meditation and journaling. There will be a point where you're going to get hung up and stuck, and you're going to be seeking this type of information. We all go through it. The more experienced guys fucking get it. For those of you who are new. So the shifting conditions was a killer, but it was the best learning lesson. I've always known about it, but I'm more aware of it. I get it. I know more of when to stay out. I'm more calm. Um, just a trading community, all of this shit. Finding my trading identity, what I really do well at. What are my setups? This year has been magical. Okay, and when you get into trading, let's face it, you're gonna lose right off the bat. But as you grow and progress, you progressively lose less. To the point you hit break even, to the point you start making a little bit of money, to the point you start to make a little more money, to the point you start to make a lot of money. That is the skill. When you learn any skill, that's how it works. You're not going to do well at first, and eventually you hit break even, and then you start to do well, right? And if you can implement processes, meditation, and shit like that, you can whittle away the things you do bad. Again, peel back the layers on the onion. So let's talk about 2021 goals. I want to work more on my patience, and that's going to have to do with meditation. I am patient in the markets. Okay, there's just times where I cannot fucking scalp, and that's low volume and volatility, and I get fucking killed when that happens. And there's just no reason to be there, and I know that. Okay, and I'm getting better at it. I want to continue to craft my patience. That's one of the biggest things. Okay, as far as getting pissed and tilted, I have that under control, but I need to continue to work on that. Patience is huge. I want to become a shitload more patient and really wait for my best setups. And I'm getting better at that, but I want to continue to work on that goal. Be more consistent with my processes and develop them further. The journaling, playbooking, and stat tracking, I need to be more consistent. There are days where I don't do it. There might be a week where I don't do it. I want to be a consistently profitable process guy. That's it. If I can be consistently profitable, not monetarily wise, but in doing my processes every fucking day, that's going to make a huge fucking difference. I get it. Having processes peels back, it lifts the fog of war, and it helps you really see what you need to be doing. So I want to be a consistent process guy, okay? Because that will make the difference in P&L. My goal is not to make more money or to become consistently profitable at all this year, okay? Look at how specific my goals are, okay? That's what's going to make the difference. And then I want to trade options. Let's talk about this. I've always been interested in options. I want to trade options. Um, I've been learning about options, and as of recent, I'm starting to get them. They're a very interesting product, which I have great big picture ideas, and I would like to express those big picture ideas using options. I'm so interested. It's such a fascinating style of trading. You can set them up to the point where you don't need to be directionally right uh, with trades, and I think that's pretty fucking cool. It is such a different spin on trading, and I want to leverage my big idea pitchers in the ES with options at times. So my goal this year is to start to open an account and obviously demo trade options for a little bit and really understand them more. I get them. They're fucking complex, but I get them. The thing is I have to think really hard about everything, right? I know what gamma is. I know what delta is. Um, I know what Vega is. I know what the implied volatility means. I know how to figure out the standard deviations off implied volatility. I know how to find break even points on these strategies using just simple math. But the thing is, I have to think really hard about this shit and I have to write it down. It just doesn't come naturally to me. So I have to, while I know these things, I have to really think about it. So I want to streamline that and just get more affluent with them, and just be able to just let it flow a little bit better. Kind of like reading order flow. It comes so natural to me that I get it. I see what's going on within order flow relatively easy. And I want to be able to achieve that ease in options. And I want to express my ES trades in options as well. I'm still going to trade the way I trade in the ES. I'm still going to be this kind of middle ground scalper, if you will, and still develop my big playbook trades. But this is just another product to add to my arsenal. It's another thing I can become skilled at. And then I can express options and other products like equities. I do want to trade equities at some point, but I don't want to trade them intensely, I should say. The ES is my day trading vehicle. I'm going to stick to that. It's going to keeps me engaged, but I still want to, when the markets are slow, why not just surf? I think it will help with my patience to look around at potential setups for options and kind of just start to investigate until one of my scalp setups shows up or volatility comes back into the ES. So I'm very fascinated in that. I'm probably not going to share much shit on options on this channel at all because I really am pretty fresh to them. I mean, I've spent the year looking into them, and as of more recent, especially this Christmas break, I've spent a lot of time really researching them to the point I'm like, well, I fucking get these. These are awesome. I always knew there was something to them, but it just always went right over my head. So that's something the seven-figure traders do at S&B Capital is they don't do just one thing. They're not a one-trick pony. Um, One of their best scalpers uses options. A lot of their day traders add options because if you can, the thing in trading is if you can add a couple $100 here, a couple $1,000 there, that shit compounds, and that's how you make a lot of money in trading. And trading options is kind of like a hedging type thing as well. So that's what's nice about it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. And put together your 2020 year in review if you're brand new. What have you? I mean, what are your 2021 goals? So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And link in the description.